marching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he will find Scott on the right side complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 9 catches, 108 for the yardage and the score, too.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
And his throw is incomplete.
And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware. Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. Well, these two teams met in Kansas City earlier this season with the Chiefs winning that ball game. So if they can win again here in KC, they would pull off the season sweep.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones, a milestone sack for him as it moves him past Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who finished his career with 132.5. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
Open man here is Scott, complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20. A nice gain there to his trusty tight end, and now it's got them thinking opening drive touchdown here as they get into the red zone.
And in most cases with your tight end, you feel like you've got a mismatch no matter who's covering him. Is it a small cornerback?
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Let's face it, everybody at the start of the game has a mental image of how they expected to go, and I think that was going exactly as they scripted it offensively. Moving the ball well, seemingly in control, and that fumble, that's got to be a little bit deflating, don't you think?
Yeah, foiled the whole plan there, turned the ball over. Oh, he's got a little daylight, and he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
Now Mahomes.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 54 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. To throw, it's Mahomes rolling to his right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Butker's kick here is good. The Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. They'll look to throw here. Olave over the middle. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And 3rd and 8 now. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the 1st quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. 1st quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the 1st, but he only makes it to the 34. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. Sitting in 1st place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down. On
first down. Mahomes.
That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Out to his left. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. They go play fake. Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Brandon Ayuk hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield. And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guy's covering, take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by him. And once he's by him, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving. Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right? In that case, he left me a long time ago. Come on now. Trust me.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 86 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Room here to run. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one. Here's a handoff out of the gun.
A nice display of powerful running, but it takes him only to the 7. He's dropped there. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Run on the inside handoff.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco.
That's career touchdown number 131, and it ties him with Chris Carter for number 8 on the all-time list. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes our score 17-0. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and they're going to get this up to midfield. Working with a 2nd and 3. On play action, they'll throw. And he'll just get rid of it.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Once more, here's Eckler. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. And he's going to have the hook up to Scott. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Here's Chase McLaughlin now for the Charger field goal. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And the deficit will stay at 3 scores.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is caught inside the 5. A big play there for KC. 42 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco. That's his 18th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the rout is on here in this first half. Scoring summary. 3-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. L.A. set to take over again on offense. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll look to throw here on first down. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They're going to look to throw. He's got Allen.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Back to throw again. Got an open man. It's Scott.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted.
And the Chiefs will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down. So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too.
And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman as the first half is winding down.
And the Chiefs would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And a route is on here in this first half. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
So we've come upon halftime here in KC with the Chiefs on top.
As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. We'll start with the oldest rivalry, Chicago playing host to Green Bay in the NFC North. And it's the Packers who are out in front in the 2nd quarter. The Packers still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, we head over to MetLife Stadium to check in on the Jets. And they trail the visiting Lions in that one. Jameson Williams, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And at halftime, they trail the visiting Titans in that ball game. The Titans seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. So here are the Chiefs to take over. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. A big play there for KC. 68 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Kadarius Toney, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs extend their lead yet again. Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play, partner, because that gives them a chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's open like a track relay. Legs 2, 3, and 4. That first guy steaming ahead, and he just hands it to you, and you get a chance to take off and go before you even get the baton.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They started on the ground with Eckler. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. 48 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Slant pass complete to Olave. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Now the margin on that scoreboard, obviously for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard, trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
A good pickup there, a 22.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
They'll drop to throw. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a first and goal.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
On second down, Eckler. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a third and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Another shot to at least get on the board here. This is third and goal. Eckler again.
And he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown.
Austin Eckler taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chargers are able to claw one back.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on third and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. So they get one score back, but still a long ways to go here in this third quarter. So that one a long 11-play drive.
And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run. Fielded just outside the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. There's McCole Hardman as he brings this offense onto the field yet again.
Creeping up on 1,000, could get there on this drive. So a challenge for him to do that, but also defensively, maybe a challenge for them to not allow that.
And that means probably kicking even more coverages to his side. And what that really means is wherever he lines up, you will have a cornerback over in his area. Now, instead of blitzing your linebacker, drop him into coverage. Instead of the safety dropping into regular coverage, that safety moves into that area to try and discourage the quarterback from going to him. That means everyone else, win your routes. You've got an opportunity to catch passes now, too.
Yeah, a little bit of a cat and mouse game. Throwing again on second down. Mahomes. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. Third and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. They'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
On the move to his left. And his throw here's incomplete.
Let's give a little credit to the defense on that one. They resisted quite well, and that pass fell incomplete. But this ball game for him, that's just a momentary speed bump. He's played awfully well throwing the football.
On play action, it's Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That goes as a gain of 36 on third down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
123 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission. I think
you took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Isaiah Pacheco
with touchdown number 20 on the year.
And the Chiefs add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
This offense comes back out onto the field. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
This pass finds its way to Williams. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Looking to throw. Allen's got it complete. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to Allen. Hit. He lost the football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about his training.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets him down to about the 4-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Yeah, this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. A loss of 8 that time, and it brings up 3rd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a gain of 5, but they're still left with a long 4th and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. You know what? I know it's 4th down and they've got a big lead, but go for it.
Yeah, and why not, right? Because they have the big lead. But don't you have to have a little bit of admiration for these guys on the defensive side of the ball? They've been shoved around this entire game, and they're making a nice goal line stand here. It would be fun to see them stop them on 4th down, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's like putting whipped cream on broccoli at this point.
So what you're saying is they're going to go for it on 4th down. They're going to get it, aren't they?
I would. Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble lost.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Chris Jones in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it.
Talk about two sides of the ball at cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. Up front 7, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
And that will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over.
KC's offense ready to take over. And it's all but certain that this win streak is going to extend another week. Just another tremendous performance in this one.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll bring this one inside the 35. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They fake the give. Now Mahomes steps away. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Mahomes going to throw it here. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago.
And you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for